yeah.
Welcome, my wonderful people. I hope you're all feeling well. Praise and appreciation for another blessed day. That hurt my hand. Today we're going to be foraging for nettles.
Nettles.
I know, I'm crazy, I'm that weird tree-hugging hippie dude. There's a few things that's got to be taken into note before you go foraging for nettles. And one of them is that they sting, and they sting a lot. Just like that jump. I hope you could see it on the camera because that was not worth it if you didn't. The major impact of nettles when foraging is if you do not wear the protective gear or you touch the wrong part of the plant, you will sting for hours. By no means am I any expert or am I anybody to take any advice off. I am literally doing this off my own back. I've read a couple of books, I've looked at some studies online, and I've decided to take one for the team and try it out myself. Nettles can be eaten raw, but you've got to take precaution in which part of the plant you eat because it will hurt you. Stinging nettles contain A, B, C and K vitamins. They contain calcium, iron, magnesium. It is said to reduce inflammation, therefore helping arthritis and also helping hay fever because of its inflammatory effects. It may also help lower blood pressure. So this is a good example of a nice young nettle plant. There's quite a few here. I actually ate from this patch last year, like midsummer time, and it was all around here. So with these early ones, you can eat raw, but you don't want to eat the whole plant raw because down here will be mature enough to sting you. So the way I like to do it, providing that there's no little bugs or no cobwebs or no little spiders, they all look relatively clean, relatively untouched. I'll take this little top bit here. You can see I'm touching this and it's not stinging me because it's young and it's not mature enough to sting you. So I can see that this one's relatively clear. I don't know whether you can see that well on camera. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this very top section off here. This very top section. So I'll just grab the plant like so and pull this little top bit off. And then what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to crush it as much as I can, roll it up, squeeze all the stuff out, and you'll know that you've done it right when you can do that and it doesn't sting you. And then all I'm going to do then is eat it. And what that's actually going to do is that's going to sprout 2 more little stems from the top and grow even more. So I'm swallowing this now. Probably didn't want to see that, but that's if you want a little snack on the go. But what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be making a nettle powder to go into a smoothie. Sometimes deer in this forest, so I'm just making sure I'm not going to run into any wild deer because I can hear some movement and I'm scared. So this cool little place literally has nettles in abundance. You can see all these nettles. All these are nettles. Nettles, nettles, nettles. We're not going to take loads, we're going to respect, because we don't necessarily need it. We're just going to take a bit, try and be a bit respectful to Mother Nature. And set my camera up. It's actually pissing it down right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue with this video. Some gloves on. The only gloves I could find were my biking gloves. So these are my gloves for biking, so we'll see how these do. And the other thing I'd recommend getting is some sort of shears or a little foraging knife. So this is a little legal carry, non-locking foraging knife that is good for cutting plants.
So I'm looking to see if it's clean. There's some markings down here, so I'm just going to take it there.
Now I did sting myself because I'm an idiot. I stung myself on this hand, but these gloves seem to be doing just fine. So I'm going to pop that to the side because I'm using my bag to rainproof the camera, and I'm going to do a few more. This is how much I've got. Not a lot, just a couple of leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 little stems. We'll take them back and I'll show you how I process them. This is another good example of a nice early nettle plant. But what's wrong with this nettle plant, you may ask? It's right next to a path. So to me, that makes that a dog nettle, because a dog could have pissed on that. That's why you want to try and find somewhere off into the bushes, into the middle of the forest. So just be careful, guys, what you're picking. I'm cutting off the leaves, cutting up the stem a little bit, and then I'm stacking it onto the trays of my dehydrator. I dehydrate it at a low temperature for a good few hours, but make sure there's enough space on that tray, you're not overcrowding it, not piling it in, loosely as much as you can. Obviously I know you want to try and get as much as you can on, but don't get greedy with it. Set it to a low temperature and it's sorted. And then all I'm going to do is use a herb grinder to just grind up all of the nettles and make sure that it's a nice consistency before I'm finished with it. So once you've finished making all your neighbours think you're running a drug farm, you should have some ground up nettles that look something along the lines of this. Say hello to the watermelon and the banana. Once we've put that in there, we're going to take a pinch of this and we're going to plonk it in there like that. So that, my friends, is the nettle infused smoothie. See all the little green bits. I got brain freeze. So by no means am I recommending that anybody do this, or am I saying anybody should do this. If you're doing this, I just recommend that you do some research, buy some books, listen to some professionals. I'm just showing you the way that I do it, because, you know, a little bit of information here and there always helps. So peace, guys, enjoy.